Hey, hello, and welcome. I am Jerry Dove, and I'm here tonight to bring you some people that you need to know. And if you don't know them, you're going to love them. If you do know them, you're going to love them even more. We're talking about a great show that's coming to Yoshi's next Thursday, December the 19th, 8 o'clock. It's Niecey, living single, and a bunch of her friends. Niecey's Walking in My Truth with her guests, Donald Seastrunk, Rick Alexander, Khoree the Poet, Michael Nelson, Chuck Lounge, and it's all presented to you by Mickel London. So let's get this conversation started with all these folks. Bringing up, first of all, Miss Niecey living single. There's Mickel, there's Donald, and there's Khoree the Poet. How's it going, folks?
All right, how you doing?
Good, good. Good morning, everybody.
Morning,
Hey,
morning,
I had to say Khoree the Poet because that's what he does. I've seen him already. So, and there you are already.
You representing well.
Yeah, man. Me and you go way back, bro. I remember when you first started doing what you're doing, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in just a minute. But first, we got to talk about the star of the show, Niecey. How are you?
Yes. Good morning. I'm doing great.
Yeah. So this, I mean, how many times have you been on the stage at Yoshi's? I've probably seen you there 3-4 times myself, and I know it seemed like you got like a thing you're twice a year, 3 times a year, something like that, right?
Oh, in other wonderful artist shows, but this would just be my third time for my own personal solo show. So.
Yeah, let's talk about the other thing. So when artists come into town, they like you to come and join them. Like who have you graced the stage with?
I'm up graced the stage with Alvin Johnson. I was just looking. I did that back in 2024. 2014. I've graced the stage with Khoree the Poet. He did a sold out show a few times at Yoshi's, and I've been with him. And a host of other great artists here in the Bay Area. But the joyous thing about this show is this will be my third time where the show is, featuring Niecey Livingston.
And you're calling it Walking in Your Truth.
Yes.
That got to mean a whole lot. Please tell us about that.
I'm walking in my truth. I'm going to be authentic and just showcase my artistry and what I've worked on in my craft over the last decade. And I'm going to sing some songs that are personal, such as I'm Not Willing, that I wrote when I was married many, many years ago. And my husband cheated on me. And so me and Khoree incorporated a song called I'm Not Willing, which showcases how I felt during that time. Just minister within myself through music to get over the hurt, the pain. And then Note to Myself, written by Mickel London, is another song that is personal because I actually was just talking to him and just kind of expressing to him some things I was going through and how I felt. And I didn't know he was writing everything I was saying at the time. And it was just me just giving a validation. This song validates, that the note to myself is that I can do it. I can make it happen. And hopefully it inspires others.
Now you said that you work with Mickel London. So Mickel, let's bring you up here for a quick second. I know that you've done a lot of work with Niecey and a whole lot of other artists in the Bay Area, but she is your go-to girl. I know you've written a lot of stuff. You sent it to me to listen. Tell me what it's like to work with with Niecey living single.
Well, I'll tell you what, I always say Niecey is the hardest working woman in show business. She's a consummate professional, man. When Niecey and I first got together back, I believe it's 2017, I asked if I could write a song for her. And she said, yeah. And so from there, we went to a CD. And Niecey is always supportive. Actually, I owe a whole lot to Niecey just for helping put me out there in the Bay Area. Sometimes in this industry, which can be overly saturated, people don't get a chance to really know who you are. But Niecey gave me the opportunity, and brought me to a circle. And now, I'm kind of like known a little bit in the Bay Area. But yeah, it's great working with Niecey.
You're Bay Area Black famous, that's for sure. You Bay
Oh
Area
man, hey, I was wearing my shirt the other day. I kid you not.
I told you. So where can people find this music that you guys have done? Tell us about this. Sell some songs. Go ahead. Where can you get it?
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, you can go to my website, www.mickellondonpresents, on all the musical platforms online. What's that? Apple Music, iTunes, cdbaby.com. everywhere. You know, Niecey's music and other songs I've worked with other artists. It's out there. You can download it. You can stream it. You know, watch. We got videos on YouTube. You know, it's everywhere. Everywhere you can find music, you're gonna find Mickel Leonard Presents and Niecey Living Single.
Love it. Like Khoree the poet, my man. We go way back, bro. I remember one time you and me and a couple other folks went to lunch, and you were talking. And maybe it was Jacques Pryor told me about you to begin with. You and he had this cassette or a CD of Khoree. Khoree's a spoken word artist, and I'll tell you that in a second. But he had just him with the beautiful romantic music, and he's talking, you know, and like he's giving that to me. I'm like, Khoree, I love it, but what am I supposed to do with this, man? So I'm gonna give that to my wife. How about that? You know? So you come a long way, brother. I see you in Vegas and just doing things all over the place. Tell us about your career path here.
Oh man, well, you know, it started out there in the Bay Area, and when you and I met, I really hadn't put the music and the singing to it like it is now. That was the brainchild of my wife, Veronica. You know,
Hey, Veronica.
Yeah, you know, the one who got this whole Khoree the Poet thing going big time. But as far as my career, man, I've just been blessed to work with some amazing producers and singers. Like me and Niecey has been musically intertwined for over a decade, actually. Yeah, she was one of the first people who, when I said I'm doing this and I need singers, she was without hesitation. She was like, "Yes, absolutely, I got you. I love what you're doing. So anything you need, just give me a call." She was always like Mickel said, she's always been supportive and always been there. So my journey my poetry has definitely crossed genres and all. It's not just poetry anymore. It's always poetry, but it's not just poetry anymore with the other elements that we have, the music, the singing, the poetry all intertwined together. You know, it has definitely become mainstream. It's now more of when people hear it, they say, "Oh man, that's not just poetry. That's a song, man. It's like it's R&B poetry is what it is, basically, you know." Or if I'm doing a gospel song like I did with Lenny Williams, then it's gospel poetry. You know, they always got to put something in front of it because it's not just poetry anymore.
Right.
And it's taken me many places, man. As you see, I've been traveling. I've been doing it now professionally for over about 12 years, 13 years almost. And it got me on many stages, had me work with many people that I never dreamt I would be able to work with because they also heard it and enjoyed what I've done. It's been on radio stations. You know, my gospel song with Lenny Williams was all across the country on the radio stations. And that got me on tours with Yolanda Adams and people like that. You know, I've done shows with Niecey. I called Niecey, we did a show in Colorado. It was Keith Sweat. And I was like, "Niecey, you should come down and sing this background with me. You got me?" And she said, "I'm on my plane. Let me get my ticket. I'll be there in a second. No problem." Yeah. So, you know, my career has allowed me to do things that has never been done before by poets. You know, like I was the very first poet to ever get a residency at a major casino on the Strip in the history of Las Vegas. First poet to do that. And Jerry, you should know this too. Okay. I was the first poet to open up ever, and the only one thus far at Stone Soul. Remember?
Oh,
right?
Right
on before Gladys Knight and the OJs. Yeah. So, you know, it's taken me many places that no one ever really thought it would go, and it's still going. It's still going and growing. It's amazing. Yeah.
Well, I'm proud of you, and I'm just honored you remember my name when I see you in the streets, brother. So
I remember the name in the Argyle socks. I got you right there.
I got 2 drawers full of socks. I was telling my wife the other day, I got to do something with all these socks, man.
I'll take some.
Okay, all right, we'll do that. We'll talk about that.
And Jerry, you was the first one to put me on. You guys used to do a Martin Luther King when you was a kid.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King celebration all the time, and this one particular time was in San Francisco, and you and Jacques talked, and you got me down there to perform my poem King. Yeah,
I've been doing that for like 23 years outside of the radio thing, and so we got it coming up January 20th. We're gonna have another MLK Day celebration in San Francisco. So, yeah, that was a big part. Donald Seastrunk. Now,
Hey.
this brother right here, I mean, just first of all, just look at this man. This man looks good here. This is what they call about black don't crack and all that kind of business. Look at you,
I'm
man.
trying to be like Khoree.
Khoree, okay. You bring
I'm trying to grow up and be like you, brother.
Yeah, sir.
So you are
Well, you know-
you're performing as well with Niecey and all the folks, and you perform also with the group Best Intentions, and you got a long history in the Bay Area and just around the country. But you're singing. So give us a couple of minutes on what you've been doing.
Well, man, look, I've been a busy brother. You know what I mean? Dealing with the Best Intentions, man. Like they've been keeping me so busy, and dealing with the Seastrunk brothers. We've been together over 50 years. We got an award for existing for over 50 years, and still able to do what we do. God is so good, in my life. And I did a lot, but I wanted to do something for myself. I wanted to do a solo project for myself. And my cousin Mickel, we talked about it, and so we came up with D Platinum. Since I start wearing gray, I say, well, let me kind of like touch the waters with it a little bit. So Mickel, he's a great writer, man. We came out with our first single, him and I, Family Love, and I want to perform that tonight at Yoshi's. It's entitled Family Love. Great song. And my newest single is If It Ain't Love. Mickel wrote that, and I and Juan Blair. So we've been kind of busy a little bit on creating some stuff, and so we not going to stop there, but we're going to keep it going. And I'm so excited, man, to open up for Niecey. Niecey came to me, and she just came to me at rehearsal one day. She said, I want you to open up for me at Yoshi's. I said, for real? So and then it got to clicking. I said, well, this thing might just be perfect for what I'm trying to do for myself. I mean, I done sung with the Best Intentions, and I still will. My brothers, we still going strong. But I just wanted to do this on my own, just to see how I feel that I can do and dress the way I want to dress, just me. And just come out and just represent me. Right. So I'm gonna be excited that night. So I'm gonna get it going, get it going for everybody.
I like that D Platinum. I like that. That's a little different. I didn't know that you and Mickel were cousins. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, we first cousins. Yeah, we first cousins. Yeah. So that's the history. I can tell you a little bit about that, but our mother, our parents came out from Louisiana back in the 40s, and they came to the Bayview in San Francisco. My mother and father came out first, and then Mike's mother came out later on, and she moved with us, and until they got stationed. So we go way back. Mike slept in the same bed with me when we was young.
Okay, remember, it's Mickel, not Mike. It's Mickel.
Well, I call him Mike.
His name is Mickel. Remember?
Yeah. He changed that lately.
I know. Folks at Costco started calling him that. And he'd say, "Oh, I like that."
It's Mickel. Yeah.
It'd be remiss of me if I didn't mention I also did a song with Mickel's niece, LaToya London.
Oh,
we also did a gospel song together.
Yeah.
Go way back with LaToya too.
Khoree has worked with a lot of great people.
Yes, he has. Indeed.
You've been busy, man. And
also worked with the great singer. The great singer, Miss Niecey Living Single. Let's not forget that.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, so, speaking of that, I got a little.
I'm honored to open up for you tonight at Yoshi's. I'm really honored.
Thank you.
Speaking of that, let's take a look at this video about the show. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, back by popular demand, Mickel London presents A Night of Truth with a special live performance by the incredible Niecey Living Single. Also, ladies and gentlemen, a special performance by Bay Area's own Donald Seastrunk, a.k.a. Mr. D Platinum. And bringing the wind with the soul, you got the world-renowned Mr. Rick Alexander. Also gracing the stage that night is Bay Area's own powerhouse, Michael Nelson, a.k.a. Miko Soul. You're going to also be enticed with a special performance by the poet himself, Mr. Khoree the Poet. And in the house that night, ladies and gentlemen, will be Mr. Excitement himself, Mr. Chuck Lounge. And your host for the evening is the smooth Mr. Jerry Dove. This event would take place on December 19th at 8 o'clock at the legendary Yoshi's in Jack London Square. Tickets are moving fast, ladies and gentlemen, so get your tickets at the box office at Yoshi's, or you can go to www.yoshis.com. A Night of Truth, December 19th. See you there.
Everybody's nickname. I'm Mr. Smooth, I guess, you know. So
You smooth in there. You smooth with that white outfit on, man.
Yeah.
so it's going to be fun. I mean, first of all, again, anybody who knows anything about music, not just in the Bay Area, knows that Yoshi's is a legendary location. So to be on that stage at Yoshi's means a whole lot to a whole lot of people across the country. On my show, IRTS Live, I remember that song live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter. We talk to different artists from all around the world. I mean, Layla Hathaway, Eddie LaBerge, Brian Culbertson, you name it. We talk to them. They all know or have been at Yoshi. So put your name on that wall too. I was just there the other night and saw the Tony, and Mayor Breed was there, Latifah Simon was there, Roland Martin was there. So Yoshi's is a legendary place. So the people that live in the Bay, do not take Yoshi's for granted.
Right.
If you get a chance to go see a show there, go check it out, because every seat's a good seat. Can be a little tight sometimes, depending on how big that person is sitting next to you. But you stand up and throw your elbows out, they'll give you some room. But so Niecey, so this show is big, you know, like you got all these different artists, and you also have Rick Alexander that's going to be on there, Chuck Lounge, who's a show in himself, and Michael Nelson, as the video said. What is your vision of the show? I mean, you know, I've seen you sing cover songs, and we've talked about your own songs. I mean, is this going to be a walk through life, or are you just going to come out and just sing and we just have to sit back and hold on to our seats? What's the deal?
It's actually going to be like a walk through my life, just from where I've started to, you know, where I am now. And I'm excited to perform with all of the mentioned in the video, as well as people that have not been mentioned, just they've watched and seen my growth. I'm going to play the keyboards a little bit that night. I'm just going to walk in my truth. And I'm excited to just sing music. Even Khoree and I have written a song, Sweet, Sweet Love, together. And I had a 5-month residency, from, you know, opportunities working with Khoree in Vegas. And never did I ever imagine that my original music would be sung on a stage in Vegas. So I just want to bring everything back to the Bay Area, because this is where I've started. And so walking in my truth is somewhat like a salute, saying to everyone, I'm grateful and thank you. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, Mickel.
Yes. Well, you know, Jerry, the top of the show, you asked me what it was like to work with Niecey.
Mm-hmm.
And so one thing I also want to say, I wrote a song, actually we're introducing some new music that night. A single I wrote for my daughter, my grandson, the arrival of my grandson, right? It's called Now That You're Here. And I needed someone that could really bring that song home, because the song is very special to me. And so I called Niecey, and Niecey did an amazing job on the song. The single is out right now on all of the digital music platforms. But we're going to introduce that song that night. So Niecey she's amazing. She has,
I heard it. I love it.
Songs that are near and dear to my heart. So.
Nice.
Jerry, and I just want to thank Mickel London, because not only is he bringing me to Yoshi's, he's brought me 2 times before, but him and Khoree the Poet and Mickel London, both incorporatingly, have helped me to reinvent myself, because I was known as an artist that did R&B covers, but by doing original music with them, it really showcased and brought me out on a different level as an artist. So I'm really grateful to Mickel London, because when he approached me in 2017, he said, I want to write a song for you. He didn't know, but I had been following him for years, and he had worked with quite a few people. So I was quite, you know, taken back and very honored. And 7-8 years later, look at where we are now. So again, I just want to say I'm grateful. And this show, Walking in My Truth, is exactly what it is. I want those that feel like maybe it's too late. It's not. And I want people to just see where I've evolved and become the artist that I am today, saying I'm Niecey living single and walking in my truth.
Nice. And so again, so for those of you who just joined us, we're talking about Niecey living single at Yoshi's, December the 19th. That's a Thursday night, 8 p.m. show, one show only. We've got some of the people that are going to be performing with her on that night. We've got Khoree the poet, who is right here. We've got Donald Seastrunk with his cousin, Mickel London. We've got Rick Alexander is going to be on the bill. I am going to be your MC for the night. It's going to be a lot. I'm really looking forward to doing the show. And you can get your tickets at yoshis.com. You can save the cover chart or save the interest and all that. What do they call it? The
Service
charge. But roll it up to Yoshi's yourself. I've done that double park running there and saved me about $9 per ticket. So that got me a Hennessy and Coke once I got to the show.
That's right. Oh, don't worry. I got you. I got you that night. Your first Hennessy and Coke.
Okay, I got my purse. Okay, I got that. But listen.
Jerry, also before we leave, I wanted to thank you.
Yes.
I want to thank you because you're speaking very highlightingly of all of us on your panel, but you are definitely a legend within the Bay Area, and it is definitely an honor to have you there that night. So thank you for taking out the time to come and grace my show and enlighten it even to a higher height, having Jerry Dove as an MC. Thank you.
Well, I truly appreciate that. I just know that Mickel called me one night, like after 10 one night. And I picked up the phone because it's Mickel. I said, boy, you better be in jail. And I'm your 15th call. Because my mama said, don't take no calls after 9 o'clock. What's going on? And he told me to shut up and basically offered me the opportunity to host the show.
Right.
I'm looking forward. I'm honored, So once again, we're talking about Niecey living single at Yoshi's Thursday, December the 19th. Get your tickets at yoshis.com or just go right to Yoshi's and buy your tickets. You're going to see Khoree the poet. You're going to see Donald Seastrunk. You're going to see Chuck Lounge, Rick Alexander, Michael Nelson, and Mickel London, and I'll be your host. Any last thoughts from everybody? Anybody?
Yeah, well,
I just want to say that
Lamar Green is also going to be there.
Oh, yes.
Helping Niecey with the background vocals with Michael Nelson. Yeah.
My boy there. Yeah. Hey, Niecey, but I just want to say this to you. I just want to say this to you, Niecey. You know, you've always been supportive of the Seastrunk brothers. You know, every time we asked you to be there, just like you was there for Khoree and Mike and everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, you just got a pure heart, man, and you was always there for us, And
thank you.
And little do y'all know that her mother was a Seastrunk.
Yes, she was.
Yeah, she was a Seastrunk. So I adopted her as, the whole family adopted her as our sister way long ago. So just want to tell you, man, we love you, man.
Niecey, not only is she a top tier talent, but her heart is top tier too because she lends her
no one
voice.
has a heart bigger than Niecey.
She lends her voice and her time and her talent to many and many people. And for Niecey, it has never, ever been always about the money. She has always for the love of what she loved to do. And this is one of the main reasons I'm coming out there because she called, and she know how hard it is to get me to go anywhere. She called. As a matter of fact, when I talked to her the other day, I said, you know what? I can change my plans around for you. I got you.
There you go.
Thank you.
You've done it for me plenty of times. I got you. It's no problem.
Okay, all right. Enough of the love fest.
Love fest.
This is not a Jamie Foxx Netflix special. Just hold on, everybody. But
I like it special.
Oh, I love that. Was that amazing?
Yes, it was amazing.
It
was amazing.
It took you through all your emotions.
It's very heartfelt.
So proud of that, brother, man. But listen, we're proud of you, and we're going to go see Niecey living single on Thursday. Make sure you check us out there. Everybody have a great time, and we'll see you at the show. And good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you.
Yes, see you there.